We have overlapped and pinned the ends of our elastic together, and now we're going to sew them together. And we're going to use a zigzag for this, so I'm just going to, I've already switched mine to zigzag. I'm just going to do a little test, make sure my machine is threaded correctly, needle up, presser foot up, check the front and the back to make sure that they're the same. I'm going to tell you right now, machines do not like elastic. They just don't. So we have to be kind of careful when we do this because it just does not want to do what you want it to do. So what I'm doing right now is I can see the under edge of my elastic right here. And if you notice, I have my elastic pulled out away from my shorts and it's in a loop. I have pinned it. I've made sure that I don't have any kind of twists in it. All right, so I'm going to set it down. And my edge of my presser foot is about even with the edge of this part of the elastic right here that's underneath. I'm going to drop my needle down so that my pin, or so that I can take the pin out. And I put 2 pins in because sometimes if you put just 1 pin in, the 2 ends want to wiggle around and then you don't have them lined up. So I'm not going to sew over here. It just will not get out of the way. And so I'm just kind of holding it out of my way. And I want to hold on to my tails when I get started so they don't get sucked up into the hole. And I'm going to just stitch across. Take that pin out. I'm going to stitch across and then I'm going to back stitch all the way across. So stitch over to the end, close to the end, and then I'm going to hit the back stitch button. And I'm going to back stitch all the way across there. And then I'm going to go one more time. Because we really want that to stay in there. I don't need to back stitch right now. We've stitched 3 times. So needle up, presser foot up, pull off to the left. Nobody's going to see this, so it doesn't have to be real pretty, but it does have to hold. All right, I want to get rid of all these little threads. Okay, and then I want to stitch again on this end. So grab the tails of my thread again and line it up, and this time I'm going to use the opposite side of the foot because when you do a zigzag, it's basically centering it in the middle of the foot, so they should be about the same distance from the end. All right, I think I might back up just a little bit. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to start, and I'm going to zigzag over, and then I'm going to back stitch. And again, this does not, it's just, oh, that's hard to see. Let's see if I can hold it up here like this, and then you can see what I'm doing. All right, and then I'm going to let go. Usually hold the backstitch button with my right hand, and so to be able to hold on to this here and keep my hands out of the way, I had to use my left hand. That was weird. All right, so needle up, presser foot up, flip the threads. And we just don't want all that stuff ending up sticking out of our casing hole.